I was just trying to make a living on Guam, but I wasn't cutting it out. So I hit up my homie that left like a year before I left.
Yeah.
He because he was doing the job back here in Kentucky. So
So
I just hit him up and asked him if they're hiring.
how did like growing up in the island? I figured you went to Southern, right? Southern High. Like, how was your childhood growing up?
It was fun, bro. I had a lot of, it was great. I actually went to Southern for 3 years and then I graduated at Ukudu.
That's a
Yeah, I
drastic
moved up to
change.
Dado.
That's a drastic change.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was fun.
So did you how was that transition like going from this, like, if people don't know, like going from the south to the north is night and day.
Yeah, that's very true. But it wasn't bad, bro. I made a lot of friends through sports. So sports is what helped me get through the school year up there.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, so first quarter was football and then baseball and then rugby.
Nice. Nice. So did you, after graduating, you just stayed in Guam for a little bit?
Yeah, staying
And
Guam.
how was that? So, like, like, I always have this conversation with like all the boys, is like, once you graduate high school, like that's it. You know what I mean? It's either you're going to
Yeah.
go Guam or the military. Like, what was your how was what was your take on that? Like getting acquainted into adulthood.
I don't know, I had a lot of help back home, so I didn't really have a gist of it until I came out to the States. And then that's when I had to, grow up real fast, learn how to do everything on your own. Family's just not 5 minutes down the road, or you're not staying with your mom and dad.
No, yeah, no,
Like,
I agree. And or go to like your mom's house and you have babysitters and stuff like that.
no, yeah,
And those, I think those are the little things that a lot of us we take for granted, is having those things available to us. And when it's gone, it's just like, dang, I gotta figure it out now.
yeah. That's one
So
too. We agreed on my other half being a stay at home because helps with babysitting, and we don't have to pay for nanny or whatever they call them.
yeah. So after that, like, you graduated high school, then you just lingered in Guam for a little bit, just a little bit. What jobs did you do in Guam?
So
What
I
did you
was
work for?
my first ever job was at like Papa John's. I was a delivery guy. I was doing that for a bit. My truck was a 93 Toyota Hilux and I was getting beat up from the driving around.
Yeah,
So I ended up working with my other friend at Pika's Cafe. That I did
what's a
that for
good
about I
cafe?
think a year and a half maybe two. Yeah. So it was a good job. Then after that I went to Dusitani. I was in there for a little bit in the banquet staff.
So, when did you just say, like, this is like I'm bigger than this, or I want more?
So I don't know how to put it. Like, I just came out because I wanted to have a better. Yeah. So I would say like 2019, heading into 2020. That's when I was like, yeah, I wanna have a better life or a better living, and something we can do on our own. I established our own family, and so that's what made me text my friend and help me get the job out here and came out.
Were you like nerve-wracking?
Oh yeah, bro, for sure. It was so scary. I'm not gonna lie. First year and a half, 2 years, it was pretty tough.
Yeah, because we left, like, me and you, we left around the same time. So because I
Okay.
left in the beginning, like January of 2020. That's when I left too. So it was
Okay.
like, you know what I mean? Like, I lived in Guam my whole entire life. So, having my whole setup in Guam was like, it was so easy to get anything I want, or
Uh-huh.
if I need someone to do something for me, I knew who was in that place. And then taking that away and then coming over here, it's like, dang, I gotta rebuild again of connections and friends, and you know what I mean? But like people hearing that coming from everything, moving to something, like, you just rebuild again. And I
Yeah.
bet, like, yeah, I know you're tied in the community, the Guam community in Vegas.
Somewhat, yeah. Like, we go to like the liberations that happen out here. My other half has a lot of family out here, so
And how's
we
that? Like,
stay
how's that?
connected with them.
So
It's
how
fun,
how
bro.
did you live in Kentucky and then you moved to Vegas?
I actually went from Kentucky then to Washington with my Nyao Jay.
Dang, so you moved
Yeah.
to Washington.
Yeah, we went to Washington State with my sister. Stayed with them for a little bit, and then maybe about a year, and then we ended up coming down here because my other half had family. Her sisters and yeah, just her two sisters were here at the time, but now her brothers are here too.
Was it the same job? You were still in the same job?
No, so the manufacturing company was at Kentucky, and then Washington. I tried a warehouse, and then I didn't really like it, so I tried door dashing. Made like $1,000 a month or a week.
Dang, $1,000 a week.
Yeah, so I was like, I was I was pushing it, bro. We were driving, and then I tried to start up my own company. Did that for about a year. It was a transportation
Nice,
company with a Sprinter van. It was pretty good. You know, I got to travel. One of my friends in Colorado, where you're at, he actually helped me get my CDLA. So
nice.
I was in Colorado for about 5 months, chilling with them, driving with them, learning.
Dang, bro, you just like literally took opportunities and opportunities,
Yeah.
but these were hard opportunities because it took you away from your wife and your kids.
Yeah. So
And how was that like because you know like you know coming here with people kids that grew up here, hands down, it's silver platter.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like us, we're coming here, we're still building, we're still trying to learn, we're still trying to find our niche, you're still trying to find our community. Like how easy was it for you to just leave your kids and your wife and be like, you know, I got to do this first, and then we can come back to this. Like, was she understanding of it? Like, how was that? Because I know you had some hard times, you know.
oh yeah, definitely, bro. She's one thing I'm very grateful for. She's very trustworthy, very supportive on whatever we got to do to make our family get out there and have a living. It kind of sucks that money revolves around the world, but you got to do what you got to do to make a living, brother.
No, I agree. I totally agree, man. Because like I said, the I'm in the military, and brother,
Thanks for serving.
my last job part, like I was gone majority of the time. You know, I didn't have even time to do nothing because birthdays would come up, holidays would come up. I'm always like on the road or I'm gone, and I just,
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't cool, but all
Hmm.
those things paid off because now I'm in Colorado. I don't travel anymore, have a regular just teaching job. I come home every night, you know, and it pays off. Like you now, you're in Vegas now. You're just working in Vegas and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But Par, let's get into the firefighter thing. I'm kind of interested. That's kind of what you do is kind of dangerous, bro. Not
It
gonna
gets
lie.
it gets pretty spicy out there.
Yeah, I had some friends that they fight forest fires in California
Yeah.
so they're like on a contract. They're like contracted firefighters. When
Okay.
forest fires comes, they go there and they fight the fires in the forest. And like, dude, they said like, yeah, two of them almost died because they were trying to control the wildfires down in LA, and I guess they got separated because the smoke is very thick. They don't like People don't
Yeah.
understand how thick that smoke can get. Um, One went too far ahead and kind of just lost his way and almost went down a route that was um that had fire in a ditch. And
Mm,
what do you call it? He just told me lucky thing they have this like this blinker thing, this beeping stuff. As far if they go too far, it starts to flash and it'll
yeah.
tell them. So I was just like, man, bro. I was like, dude, that's nerve wracking, man. Like
Mm.
the fires are very unforgivable.
No, yeah, they are. So yeah, dude, this is only my second year in. Well, I would say first year because last year I was an AD, which is like a on call whenever they need some bodies, and they're putting a crew together. They'll call you up and say, "Hey, you want to go on this crew role?" And then
No, that's how they know you're serious, right? When they're gonna offer you more jobs.
yeah, so I was able to get 5 roles in last year, which is a pretty good number for an on call person.
Nice,
And
dude.
then yeah, so this year they hired me as a seasonal, which I worked for like 6 months, and then yeah, so when I got the seasonal. Yeah, you work for 6 months. Dude, it was pretty tough for this year too, cause I was only home for like 3 days for the R&R,
Yeah.
3 days to a week at a time, but you'll be lucky if you get a week.
Dang. So how's that lifestyle like?
It's pretty fun, bro. I mean, the guys I work with, I'm very grateful for them, especially, all the engine captains there. They got families too, so they coach you, guide you in how to process everything. And,
Yeah.
I could put my life on them and I can trust them. You can't always blame each other for what happens, fire, weather, fire behavior, everything. It all has a play into it.
So how did you get into this? Like, how did that just like, yeah, I'm gonna go fight wildfires.
Yeah, so the warehouse I'm at right now, I had a friend that I used to go to the gym in the morning before we go to work. And then it was like his third year in, and he was like, "Hey bro, I'm doing this fire thing, wildland firefighting. Would you like to try it out?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just know that there's a lot of hiking, a lot of running." I was like, "Okay, it's not a problem." And yeah, I signed up. went to the meetings, did my physical, and then I had a 1 week rookie school. So that's where you go out to Red Rock over here. They have a little campground where you specifically for the crew, and then you just camp out there for about a week. You do a lot of PC, a lot of running, hiking, a lot of class work, learning how to use your tools, sharpen it, everything, fusees.
So is that gonna open doors for you to maybe go on like a fire department or something like that?
So I am my seasonal position is at a fire department over here at Red Rock. It's the BLM station, the Bureau of Land Management.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they
Part
have
you know, part I only heard about the BLM thing from have you heard of Sean Ryan, the Sean Ryan podcast, the Sean Ryan show? So
no.
only reason why I know about BLM is because of you know, I just stay away from the political stuff, but they were talking about selling land in the Yellowstone, like partial of land,
Oh yeah, I did see
and
something like that.
The BLM people, they actually play a big role on land management on throughout the whole United States, on
Mm,
especially federal land too. You know, so like I was doing more research on BLM. So that's crazy that you because you can actually work for the Department of the Interior. That's where they usually fall under, you know what I mean? And they have a lot of forestry advisors and firefighter advisors, wildlife advisors. They have a
yeah.
plethora of different roles within BLM that make up the bureau.
Hmm.
So that's crazy that you're able to get your foot in the door and actually do that. You know, not a lot of people can say they worked for or direct or work with like the BLM.
Yeah. Yeah, so my engine captain this year, he's the one that I think he had a big play in pulling me in, bro. I
Do
just
they have
did.
full-time positions?
As of, I did apply. I did apply. I'm just waiting on the results for that. Hopefully it all pulls through. If not, I'll do another seasonal. I don't mind.
So what are you doing? What are you doing on off season?
Right now, I'm back in my warehouse job.
So they hold the position for you to go fight fires and then you come back?
From my warehouse job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I'm grateful to about these guys over here, my bosses, the CEO, the head of operations. They're very animal lovers and supportive to you, whatever you do. So they just put me on furlough for the 6 months, and then I literally just came back like I never left.
Dang.
Yeah.
So and you're just so you did a warehouse applied for a full-time position. Like what are you get the full-time position, are you gonna let go of the warehouse position?
Yeah. I'll be full time firefighter on the
That's cool.
engine.
And what part of Vegas do you stay in?
Right now, I'm probably like 2 minutes down from Chinatown.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. So
Yeah.
like where Red Rice area is, the restaurant? Is that
No,
like close by?
Red Rice is pretty far. Probably like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, dang.
Or maybe 20
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just there last month. That's why.
Was it
For
for that
the Desert Duels, it was for the all army event. It was like an armed force event. It was
yeah.
downtown. But so what are you like now that you establish yourself where you're at? What is your like your next? Like what's next for you?
Me, I really want to move up in this career. I mean, where I'm at, it's pretty good pay, but there's always better. I have a chance at it, but I just need to work on my firefighter one. Right now, I'm only a firefighter two, so once I get my firefighter one, I'll have a better opportunity for a bulldozer operator, the fire dozers.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, that's a GW. Or no, yeah, a wage grade.
That's good, par.
Yeah, so try it. Right now I'm a GS, so hopefully I can get that done this at least open up my task book this year for the firefighter one,
Yeah.
and then work on that. Maybe take like 2 years, 3 years.
I
That's
can
one
tell
thing
you
about
this part. I can tell you this part. If you try to do firefighter in Guam, no, it's not what you know, is who you know.
yeah,
You probably would have got it on federal fire or maybe Guam Fire Department. We don't know, but you know, what I mean, you're doing the right thing. 'Cause if one day your wife says, "Hey, I'm homesick and I want to go back home," at least you have something that like some sort of a lot of certifications that you can carry over back to the federal fire department over there.
yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, you know Kyle Moffness, right?
Calm offness.
So Kyle, he works at a Washington Fire Department on JBLM, and the one thing about Kyle is that he's gonna jump on the show too. Is Kyle actually goes out of his way to get more certification than other firefighters in his field. So he
Okay.
has a lot of certifications that like takes time to get from OSHA. but I think it's OSHA or some other agency. He does his. I can link you with him, and he can help you out. He can guide you through that. But yeah, he has certifications that other people can't get because it's very hard to get. So
Heat structure?
I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does, but all I know is he took another job in I think it's Italy,
Oh,
another
wow,
fire
okay.
department in Italy. Yeah. So it's a dude that the where you're going, man. You have a lot of opportunities, man. Like just so much opportunities to grow in any way possible.
Mm,
You know, and
I'm
even if
trying,
you want,
bro. It's
it's the grind.
trying to make it big out here.
No, no, dude, but you're doing the right thing. I mean, the first step is leave Guam. That's the first step.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of our, like I said, that's why I started this is awareness of like people that left Guam, but they don't. Their stories are not being told. You know,
Um,
like you left Guam with kids, right? Kids and a wife.
yeah, just one kid. She was like 6 months when we left.
You see what I mean? And
Freshly
that's
born, bro.
scary. And some people don't have kids, but they
Mm,
still don't want to leave Guam. You know, and it's like when they're put in a position of like they're good or they're making decent money, then they kind of just get into the time lapse and the rabbit hole. But then they wake up, you know, and in your case, like you just say, like, man, I want more, and then you take an opportunity that like is presented to you, and you just take it, you know.
yeah.
And it's rough, man. I'm now where you're at now in your life is it's really cool, man. It's really cool to see because you're really like thriving. You're thriving big, you know, and the
It
only way is up.
took a couple step backs too, just to find my footing.
What kind of step backs for?
Like like with my that what do you call that? That transportation company didn't pull through. I just didn't know what I wasn't sure on what I wanted to do with my life. So I was like still figuring everything out. And then very grateful I found this wildland firefighting because it I have like a for some reason I feel like I have a passion for it. I don't know, it's maybe because it's my I'm still fresh into it.
Yeah,
But I find it so fun, and I'll do it again and again.
and part you should like you know what I mean. You should definitely go back to that because that's something that you can probably start on the side. You know.
Yeah.
You could probably start that on the side. You can grow it to something and you could give it to your kids, you know. But
Yeah, my daughter.
our failures are the ones that are our failures are the ones that are always the one that makes us who we are, you know.
Yeah.
Like in jujitsu, I felt so many times, probably felt so many times in jujitsu. And I don't take those failures as like losses. I take them as a lot of lesson learns, you know,
Mhm.
and I apply it. But I apply those losses to my career in the military as well. It's like if I'm not physically strong, how do I get physically strong? Then I get physically strong. Okay, how am I not mentally strong now? You know what I mean? I'm always constantly wanting more and more and more just so that I don't repeat the same mistakes of failing, you know? So your failures part, even if that transportation didn't work out, part you're still how do I say this? You're still going to progress further, you know, and I can see that, you know, you're already doing it in your warehouse job, in your firefighting job, you know, you're doing both. You know what I mean? You got an award. Something didn't work out. It didn't go pull through, but now look at things are pulling through the other
Yeah.
side. So how old are your kids?
Right now she's 6.
6?
Yeah,
Was she
she's
guys any
6.
sports?
Not right now. She's just her first year in school this year.
Damn, bro, you gotta put her in jujitsu
And we actually have a 1 week free that they gave us at her school, so we're gonna go use that right probably this weekend or next weekend.
for
And then if
gym.
she likes it for jujitsu, yeah, a
Where
gym.
at?
I'm not sure. My wife's the one that knows everything. I just got back from being gone all summer, so I'm still catching up on everything here.
Dang. So you're
Yeah.
gone majority of the time on summer?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gone like it depends. Sometimes you can extend. Majority of the time it's 14 days on a fire, but that's not including your travel days, which can be like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 days.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
rough, dude. Like I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of rough, you know, and because I know that lifestyle, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, hey, I gotta go to sleep now. I gotta wake up early in the morning. Man, I'm
Yeah.
tired, you know. Oh man, I can't call you tonight. I'll call you tomorrow in the morning when I get time. Or you try to call when you have time, you know.
Yeah.
No, the kids are in school right now. They're sleeping. Oh, okay, okay. I'll try to call back in the morning. Part it happens like that, you know. It
Mhm.
just happens like that, you know. And it's a rough life. Not a lot of people can do it, you know.
No,
Not a lot of
yeah,
people can do it.
it's definitely not for everybody.
No.
thankfully I got a supportive other half. So my daughter's very supportive too. So
So, Par,
yeah,
what is
she's
your are you do you reach back out to home? Like, do you reach out to home and do you plan on going home like maybe once a year or so?
I do. I wanted to go this year, but things didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm gonna try for next year. At least once
That's
a
good.
year would be great.
Yeah, or once a year is good. Dude, it's expensive. It is
Yeah, it's just like
super expensive.
just for us, I think it's like 6 grand
Dang.
round trips.
Yeah. It sounds about right. Cause yeah, me and my wife and my daughter, when we went back home to Guam, it cost us like 7, 8 grand.
Yeah, see, it's like that's crazy. I mean, it's not. I wish they lowered the prices on freaking plane tickets, and then we'll be back and forth more.
So I don't understand. Like I'm still trying to understand like how is it only one airlines in Guam? I'm still trying to
No,
understand
yeah,
that, you know. It's already starting to seep into a lot of questions, you know what I mean? Like us people that are out here, you know, the people that are out here that want to come back home, like we cannot because it's like $3,000. I tell everyone
for
that it's
one
like
person.
yeah, it's like 3 grand, dude, for one person. I'm just like, dude, that's too crazy.
Hmm.
So do you like reach out to like people at home to like maybe like you see opportunities at the warehouse or opportunities at the firefighter to bring them out here?
To bring it home.
No, to bring them out here, like some people to come live.
Oh, I did when I was at the manufacturing. I was trying to help out a couple of my friends. None of them really wanted to pull through. None of them really wanted to move out.
How does
Move
that
out
make
to the
you feel, Par?
States. I mean, kind of suck. But one thing I'm grateful for, the homie that hooked me up with that job in Kentucky, he helped me out a lot over there too. So like, it was good to have someone that I was with in high school, chilled a lot after high school. So it was good. It helped me out over there. And it sucks like when your friend like you're trying to help out your friends get a better job, move out to the States. It's a chance. I mean, you still pay back your ticket,
Yeah.
but you pay it back in like small increments with your check.
So do you have to like cut some people off at home? Like when you moved out here, like did or you guys just lost like a lot of like connection moving out here?
Not really. I don't think we lost any connections. Still good friends of a lot of my friends over there. Yeah, I don't think anything serious has had to happen over there or about cutting them off. No.
Yeah, so like for me part it's like when I moved out here it's more like my time out here like I'm busy, like
Yeah.
very busy, like there's no, you know what I mean, like phones work both ways. I like to call Guam like early mornings when I wake up at 4 o'clock, or you know it's like it's a good time in Guam too. So I call back home, you know, but like I call like 4 or 5 times, you know, and you don't answer, then you know what I mean. Like I just kind of just let it be, you know,
Yeah.
because I'm like that, you know. Like if I'm thinking of someone and they're in my head, I just call them like right away, you know, because like my mom always told me like if you're thinking of someone and you call them, you know that you never know, that might be the last time you ever gonna speak to them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
dude, I've been taking that to heart, dude. And so anytime I think about someone I know or I care about, like I just randomly hit them up. You know, I just be like, yo, you know, like Jay, you know, like one day I was randomly thinking about it. I just called Par, what are you up to? He's like, Par, moving from Vegas to Washington and then Washington to Guam. I was like, this guy, dude. But
Yeah.
lucky thing I hit him up because when I went to Vegas, it was Jay's last night there. So it was Jay and Miles,
Yeah.
you know, so I was able to see them, you know what I mean? Like before they left, because Miles came there, shoot his thing at Red Rice and then drive with Jay all the way to
Okay.
Washington.
Yeah, we would have crossed paths then because I checked on Jay and Miles at but it was at Island Comfort that they went to.
Yeah. So I left prior. I was literally landed, they weigh in, fought, left again, like nighttime, left. Like I
Oh,
was in
wow.
and out because I had other affairs I had to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably like, you know what I mean? Like just like that, you know, like I was just thinking of Jay one time. I was like, no, I'm gonna call him. Every time I call Jay though, every time I call him, he answers his phone, or if he's tattooing, he'll be like, Par, I'll hit you right back, and he will hit me back, you know?
Yeah.
Some people at home, they just don't, you know what I mean? Like I try to hit them up, but then they don't hit me back, and I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
I
I
mean, I
see
do.
them for a year after that. Like maybe I come back home, right? And I see them. I'm like, Par, how you been? I know I've been good. And I hit you up. Like, no, I didn't get a phone call. I'm like, bro, Bro, I saw you like my Instagram, you crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
nothing serious, you know what I mean? Like the only people I had to like ever cut out, bro, like are the ones that are on the keki, you know what I mean? Those are like
Yeah,
that
for sure.
one, that one's like, bro, I gotta put you over there. I'm gonna help you though. I'm gonna help you from afar. I'm not gonna neglect you, but I just cannot, you know what I mean, feed into what you're doing, you know. I don't condone it, in a sense. But if you need help, I'm here. You need someone to talk to for you to get help and rehab, I'm here. I'll help you out. But if you don't want to go help yourself, I can't help you, you know? And that's the that's the only people in Guam that like I have to like cut off parts is the ones that are on the keki. That's it.
No, yeah, that's for sure.
It sucks, it sucks. That's a heavy drug that hits Guam right now. But what's crazy is they only talking about it now, but it's always been there.
Mhm.
Now it's just more like getting into the younger and
Younger
younger and younger
generation.
generation. Yes, yes. It's getting more younger as as we speak.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of like, do you plan on like going back home like when your daughter gets a little bit older to raise her up over there, or you're just gonna just continue out here? Because that was one thing that me and my wife had a talk with, because my daughter's 2, and my other boy from my previous marriage, he stays in Guam.
Okay.
And it's just a different dynamic, you know what I mean, when they come out here, like, versus staying there. Because when you're out here, you just kind of lose, you cannot really show them the true like cultural feeling.
Yeah.
I cannot, what I mean, like a lot of people tell me like I know you ran into some people like, oh, I'm from Guam, but I grew up here. I never been home.
Yeah.
So it's like, Ipar, I can't, I always tell them, like, I run into people like that, like, I cannot explain to you what Paseo looks like on a Friday night. You just gotta go experience it for
Yeah.
yourself. You know what I mean? Or I can't explain to you midday, 1 o'clock, sleeping on the couch and sweaty back because there's no AC. Like
Yeah.
I can't explain that to you. You know what I mean? Like that's something you just gotta go and experience for yourself. Or the Louvre windows. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I cannot explain these things. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's a feel.
No, yeah, that's
So do you plan on like maybe 10, 12 years from now going back home and give your daughter to grow up there, or you're just gonna no, like she has more opportunities out here to thrive?
honestly, we haven't really talked about that, but actually we have. We have. I'm not gonna lie. We have talked about that. We do want to get her, or like, get her the feel of the island. She's always talking about going to the beach and stuff. She always wants to go to the beach, and I'm like, dude, you'll love it back home. But like, if I can get established good on Guam, and I got my own place, I can make my own living out there with the family, then I'll take a leap back home.
I feel you, bro. And that's a big thing. That's one thing that me and my wife talked about too, as well. Is like once I get established out here, way more, I can like buy a house over there, and then that we could bounce back and forth.
Mm,
But it's like right now it's the grind time. It's the grind time right now. Enjoy the United States, what they have to offer, and just keep trying to find different ways of financial stream out here.
yeah.
Because at home, it's a struggle. It's a struggle at home, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like some of my friends are struggling, or they have that one job that they just hold on to. You know what I mean? And they cannot let that job go, because if they let that job go, like they feel like that's the end of them.
Yeah, and then, like, with the jobs, like, I don't know about now, but when I was working, dude, I was working busting my butt for, like, 8, 9 hours a day, and then only seeing a $400, $500 check. I'm like, "What? Every 2 weeks?
Dang.
You cannot make a living off that."
Par, you should hear the other podcast I explained. Dude, I made out of high school. I worked at Ross, and I made $800 per $800 a paycheck every 2 weeks. I thought that was a lot of money, dude.
Mm,
I thought that was a lot of money, and then I had my first child, and I was like, dude, this is just a dollar. This is like that. The money came in, the money go. The money came in, the
yep.
money go. I was like, dang, this is rough. And that's why it prompted me to go join the military part. Like I couldn't pay for a Sagwan. I know they're closed down now, but
Yeah.
I couldn't pay for that place, and I was like, dang, dude. Okay, cool. I don't got insurance, but dude, I had a 1991 Honda Del Sol, fully like it was like, dude, it was nice. Like I worked on it through the automotive shop in GCC.
Yeah.
My dude, the engine, everything nice, dude. Like we rebuilt it, everything was repainted, and part the saddest moment was when I had to sell it for $2,000 in the parking lot of Sagwan to make sure I paid a bill so that we can like my son's mother can give birth there.
And yeah,
Dude, yeah,
see,
dude,
like,
that was a turning point for me, part. I was like, either I join the military and get insurance or I continue down this route and lose everything, you know?
like I was always raised on that too, like join the military, join the military, join the military. But the more they kept telling me it, I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the more they kept pushing it down my throat, I'm like, no, no, no. I don't know. I never fell towards it. I attempted it, but I never pulled through with it. I don't know why, but every time I attempted, I walk in to the recruiter, I walk back out.
It just wasn't, I don't know, part of that. Maybe that wasn't your calling, you know,
Yeah,
and look at you now though. That wasn't your calling, you know, your life went in a different direction and you're where you're at right now is totally different right now, you know?
yeah,
And if you'd have gone to the military, you probably would have been disgruntled, honestly, because that's probably what you wanted, what you didn't want to do. Because, like I said, in Guam, it's either Gov Guam or the military.
yeah,
It was only those two. It was literally those two things, and we didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? Like one thing I was just trying to figure out sometimes too. Like when I first graduated, I was like, bro, how did this guy get a job in Gulf Guam? And I've just been trying to apply, and he never give. You know what I mean? Like, oh dang, his last name's Leon Guerrero. Oh, makes
yeah.
sense.
We know
Oh, that
someone.
makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, his auntie's a Calvo. Oh, that's why. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I know. I
you
know
know, and
that.
even at that too, you know, it's just like, you know, people that like us, you know what I mean, that had to find a way. Our way was having to leave. You see where your friends are at now, and you know, some of my friends that are still of Guam, they're just like, dude, I need to come out there, and I'm like, bro, you need to come out here. You know what I mean? Give
I
your
know one of my buddies that moved to, I think he's in Oregon right now. He was working for Waterworks back home, and then he ended up coming out to the States, and he working for a water company out there.
yeah,
And that guy's making like $40 an hour, dude.
dang,
Making bank. I'm like, dude,
that's a lot of money, dude.
yeah,
That's a lot of money, like $40 an hour. What does he do?
a water treatment.
Oh, okay, like a water treatment specialist.
Yeah, because he was working at the Waterworks back home, but I think he was just
Dang.
he just dug line for the pipes, but I don't really remember what he was doing. But
So,
yeah, he
Par,
moved out.
what is your like? If someone was in your shoes right now and they want to leave the island, like what is one advice you can give them? You know,
One
to pursue
advice.
one advice you can give them to pursue that itch, that itch, you know, that to leave.
I say do it, bro. Just like, but when you're gonna do it, make sure you know what you're gonna do. Like when I came out here, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I just say take that leap, bro. Take that leap. God will guide you wherever you want to go or where you need to be. Because when I came out here, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I mean, I knew I was gonna work at the factories, but I didn't know if I was gonna do that for the rest of my life. So I mean, look at me now. Even my homie that was there that hooked me up, he's not even there. He's in Texas now, working on oil rigs. So
Dang,
yeah, we all took separate ways, and I'd say just come out, just do your best, bro. Strive for whatever. Literally, dude, sky's the limit out here. You could do whatever you want out here. You could
I like that.
be firefighter. You could be freaking. We call that these dealers, the ones in the casino. You could do whatever. I mean, there's a lot of job opportunities out here that make good money.
Well, guys, hey man, you guys heard it first. Man. The guy that didn't have nothing moved out here off of a opportunity from a friend, and now is thriving with everything. You know, if this story is like that, you know, what I mean, like this is testimony right here. You know that you can make it out here and you can do whatever you need, even if wherever you live in the United States. Honestly, it doesn't
Mm,
matter. You could make it out here, you know. And this is an opportunity that we all have as a U.S. citizen living in Guam. Is we have this available to us. But Par, man, thank you for your time, man, and I appreciate you sharing your story, man. And
no worries,
you know
bro.
what I mean? Like you're out there grinding, and I need to come hook up with you when I come to Vegas, because I'm always in
Yeah,
Vegas every year. You know, I need to come hang out with you and maybe take you and your wife and your kid out and go get dinner or something. You can meet my
yeah,
wife and
for
my
sure, bro.
kid, you know, my kids. But Par, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. This is Legacy Y Podcast. Please follow, like, subscribe. Tell anyone that needs to hear this, man. And there's people out here that are rooting for you to come out here and thrive. There's a lot of Chamorro communities out here that will help you out. You just gotta reach out and drop your pride. That's all you gotta do. But Par, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll talk soon.
Oh, yes. All right. Thank you, brother.